Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual Hub. It's your girl, Cherie, coming to you live with the message of what you need to know. So, you guys, on July the 9th through the 10th, depending on where your time zone is and, all of that, determines that we are going to be, in fact, having a new moon, which is a fully new lunar cycle that is now beginning, having to do in 18 degrees in the Cancer sign. Okay, so a lot of things are happening. So we are going to be in the sign of Cancer. However, we are going to be in the constellation of Gemini. Okay, and the Gemini constellation has a few things going on. For example, the Gemini season may bring some troubles, some setbacks, some sicknesses, things to do with your knees, but also goodness and liberality and, bringing that justice, that peace, and that harmony through. Okay, so some of the main energies that you guys could be seeing during this time has to do with partnerships and compromising. Okay, and I know a lot of you guys are like, compromising, partnerships. Why would that be aspected? Well, because Venus and Uranus are actually highly aspected during this Cancer full moon. So, and we're going to talk about what the different tensions are, because we have squares, we have conjunctions, and we have some sextiles going on regarding this full moon in Cancer. Okay, so some of the positive things that you may see during this time have to do with freedom and excitement and higher self-awareness. Okay, and that's coming from your emotional part of Cancer, right? Because Cancer is you're more protective, you're more how you get grounded, your outward manifestations, and your nesting abilities, right? So taking a lot of time into that home life of innovation and creation, okay? So, and that's what's going on with our Gemini and our Cancer, right? So a lot of, that sickness energy, but then balancing that with that home life energy, right? So like when you go outside, you may be feeling a little like, but then when you come inside, you're like, okay, I'm rejuvenated. I got all my stuff here that I need to heal, to chill, to vibe. You know what I mean? To grounded, get set, and all that. Which is bringing us to another aspect, which is having to do with, our temple, okay? Because the overall energy of this new moon energy happening on the 9th and the 10th of July is balancing. It's balancing. And I know that's usually an aspect, but because we're in Cancer, it's balancing our emotions, okay? Yeah. Not talking about it, but being about it. You know what I mean? So that balancing is we're being called to question what changes need to be made, right? And how might your emotions be affecting some of your decisions, okay? So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, which is just a quick exercise for this full moon, for those of you who, are interested in this, in helping with your balance process. People learn differently. You may learn by just hearing, you may learn by visuals. I'm just trying to work with you guys. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to write 4 lists, right? Homework, health, and relationships, okay? So you're going to write those down. Homework, health, and relationships. And you're going to put an emotion to home, put an emotion to health, put an emotion to emotions, and emotions to relationship, okay? And then you're going to see, and to work, and you're going to see in those different categories where your emotions are placed, right? And then see what the pros and cons of each one of those are. So like, Home life might be good, but slow. Work life might be high paced, but, it could be draining. Just different aspects of things. So, put that in there and then see where your emotions are. And if that falls right in between the two of those, then you're good. If it doesn't, find out where you can find that balance. Also, you guys, so Venus is highly aspected, as we were communicating about earlier. And Venus deals with the way that we love, the way that we choose to love, and the way that we choose to show love. Like for some, you love with money. For some, you love with heart. With some, you love with, actions. You know what I mean? Different things. So there also could be some delays and restrictions regarding some of the Venus things that we're about to talk about. So sorry, you guys. It is so early, 6:21 here in Hawaii. Okay, so Venus is going to be conjuncting Mars in the sign of Leo. Okay, and Leo is all about strength, determination, endurance. So that's good. It tells us that through love, we're going to be strengthened. So there's certain relationships that we've built and certain foundations we've built within ourselves is going to help us to, beat the outcomes. Okay? But with that happening, there's going to be some flirtatious energy going on. So you could be coming in contact with more people because, whenever you're whenever you're in that flirtatious energy, it adds a lot of, you want to meet people when you're feeling flirty, you want to communicate, you want to express a little bit more. And those things are profound and really awesome to understand. Also, we have the sun conjuncting the moon, okay? Which is why there's a new lunar cycle of 28 days, which is going to bring in a lot of energy and initiation to start projects, hobbies, and, really take control over the things in life that we may have been slacking on, okay? Absolutely, to find that emotional balance and that physical balance as well. Also, we have Venus conjuncting Mars. Okay, so Mars is the sign of fighting. Venus is the sign of love. So there's a lot of kind of tension there. But they do come together in a perfect mesh with duality and polarity. So a lot of focus on relationships and sexualness. So you may be, having more sexual intercourses or being a lot more physical, gym work, dancing, stuff of that nature, being more physically active, hiking, biking, that kind of stuff. So then we have Venus opposing Saturn, okay? Lots of energy there too, because that's going to bring in some sadness and some loneliness. And for those who are already feeling that, this may add a little extra vavoom to that, okay? But remember, with Venus being in Saturn, it also has to do with your personal boundaries and your personal limitations, okay? So understand that if you are feeling lonely, that is because you are not giving to yourself, okay? Because there's always you and yourself, okay? Yeah, okay, because right now, real quick, in your mind, say the word success. In your mind, loudly say success. Okay. So the fact that you can do that says that you can have a whole communication with yourself, loudly, softly, with yourself, okay, with your higher self, with your version of integration portal with God, okay? Because for some, they feel as though, my conversation in my head is God. And if that's your truth, then that's what's up. But for others of us who are more highly connected with our higher selves and higher beings, we understand that our inner mind, our inner dialogue is happening with our higher self. That's you in your mental communicating to yourself, okay? And because sometimes it's information that we didn't know, right? Or information that it can be avant-garde information, which is why people feel like it's from God. But it's from your higher self. It's like you telling yourself, okay, like I'm going to give you a little bit of stomach pain so you know not to do that no more. I'm going to give you a little bit of this to let you know, and it's your body and your mind and your spirit, your emotions coming together through the portal of alignment and connection with your higher self and with source and universe, okay? And that's what that voice is. So understanding that, where you have that connection with God, with universe, and with self, that should alone make you not feel lonely. Because at any time, you have yourself, your higher self, and then God. You know what I mean? Or in whatever, ways that you put that. You can put it in any, categories. Okay? So we also have Venus squaring Uranus, okay? Which is going to be testing our relationships, right? Because for a lot of people, you're diving into new commitments, diving into new contracts, or, just recently have done so. So you're working on deepening those connections and, firming out those foundations, because you're really giving your all. You're really going in there with a new mind, new perspective, really taking charge over the things that you want while allowing others to do the same. You're creating boundaries within those limitations that you have placed, okay? Also, Saturn is squaring Uranus. So unexpected change or restrictions could be happening at this time, having to do with any of the regions in your life where you feel those limitations may be. You could find that, if you're internally limited on something, that also could be a limitation in your outer world projection, okay? Also, the new moon sextiles Uranus. So, taking the time to leave that comfort zone and, allowing yourself to be stimulated through different ways, right? So when you step outside your comfort zone, you're going to feel a little shocked. You're going to feel a little paranoid, and you're going to feel a little alert, okay? But you're going to use that to your highest good and turn that anxious energy into confidence and into excited energy. Not anxious, excited. You know what I mean? That way, you make it work for you, not you working for the energy. The energy is there, so make it work for you. You know what I mean? If you feel high intensity energy, turn that into a really ecstatically good project. Turn that into a great hobby. Do some music, do some dancing, do some painting. You know what I mean? Good stuff. Also, this is a time for expressing your inner child, okay? So what I like to do with a lot of my clients is tell you, or ask you to think about where you were in your high school years. Let's say, I know some people didn't make it to full graduation. So let's say your sophomore or junior year. Let's think about that time. What were some things that you wanted? What was your energy? What was your emotion? Where were you in life? Where were you with loving? Where were you with forgiving? Where were you with, all of these things? How have you changed and transitioned since then? Are you still your same person? Just, changed a little bit? Are you completely different from who you were in high school? And take a look at that and see, have you lost your inner child, or are you still connected to your inner child? Okay, very important message there. yeah, you guys. So also there will be a lot of things happening regarding your temple. Okay, because this is a Cancer moon. Excuse me, you guys. I have to take a drink of my coffee. That hazelnut coffee be popping. Okay, but yes. So understanding that you have your inner temple. Okay, your inner temple should remain neutral at all times. Neutral and balanced are one and the same. Okay, neutral and balanced are one and the same. Okay, so once you have balanced your internal temple, which is your body, your 3D vessel, then work on balancing your external temple, which is your home life. And examine what are the similarities and differences between your inner temple and your outer temple. Like inside, you might be feeling peaceful, sanguine, positive, excited, intrigued. You know, however, your home temple may feel vacant. It may feel, you know, it may feel peaceful. It may feel positive. It may feel healing and purifying. You know what I mean? But it also could feel other ways, you know? So it's those protections of those limitations and those emotional capacities that you allow. So you have to allow yourself to set a boundary for your emotions. And yes, an emotion is a boundary within itself, but whenever you become over emotional, you become over boundaryful. You understand? So it's a lot of different things that we are aspecting, but you guys know that you can make it through this no problem. Okay. However, if you do typically have a problem, you know, with, you know, understanding or organizing your emotional self or your business self, feel free to call me at any time, you guys. I do hypnosis classes. I do therapies for you guys, counseling sessions, manifestation sessions, releasing sexual classes about natal charts, astrology, all of that. I really do love to work with you guys, so please do not feel, you know, any type of way about reaching out. If you would like to come on the show and maybe do some promotion or tell some people about how you feel and what you think regarding the life that we all share, and politics and, you know, just different things, I'm here for it, you guys. This has been the Spiritual Hub with Cherie. Stay blessed and never stressed. Much peace, much power, and much love. Namaste.